Now, live from Las Vegas, this is 13 Action News. Good morning, Las Vegas.
Chaos at T-Mobile Arena, the smackdown outside the Octagon. Judge Brett Kavanaugh is sworn in as the 9th Supreme Court Justice, the latest on protests around the country and right here at home. Plus, honoring those who make a difference in the local LGBTQ community. Good morning, Las Vegas. I'm Tom George.
I'm 13 First Alert meteorologist Justin Bruce, filling in for Dan Bronis this morning. And Tom, we are talking about some chilly weather outside.
Yeah, it was freezing when I got up this morning.
I was just up in the weather penthouse, which is what we call the roof here at Channel 13. And we've got some clouds, we've got some wind, and even a few sprinkles moving into parts of the valley. Here's a look with our 3 different cameras looking to the south with the StratCam. A few peaks of blue through the cloud cover, but the Mandalay Bay cam is looking to the north where the clouds are coming in from, and even a couple of little sprinkles out there. Plenty of clouds on the Valley View cam as we look off to the east toward the Strip. With these clouds, expect the potential for a few hit or miss sprinkles. Real isolated, real light, but a few sprinkles are out there over the next couple of hours. 60s now. Look for numbers to only climb into the low 70s. Your 13-hour forecast. This is literally the coldest 13-hour forecast that I have been able to show you since early May. It's going to be a chilly finish to the weekend. Highs today around 74 degrees. That's 11 degrees colder than average on this 7th day of October. Temperatures tomorrow not warming up too much, only climbing a couple degrees for your Monday. So the bark here is a lot worse than the bite. These sprinkles, I was just up on the roof and it was dry, but a few sprinkles. You may have to use the windshield wipers if you're driving around this morning. Tom, we actually have a little better chance of some showers. Plenty of clouds out there as well. We'll time out the chance of heavier afternoon downpours hour by hour next.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, Justin. Well, it was chaos at T-Mobile Arena. Khabib defeats Conor McGregor during UFC 229 by submission last night, but it was the fight outside the Octagon that has everyone talking. Take a look at this. Khabib jumps out of the Octagon and attacks a member of McGregor's team. That's when a member of Khabib's team jumps into the Octagon and then attacks McGregor. McGregor is shocked and doesn't fight back. McGregor seems to be all right and he's escorted out of the arena, but eventually Khabib returns to the Octagon and UFC President Dana White tells him he won't give him his belt in the Octagon because he doesn't want anyone else to get hurt. Police then escort Khabib out of the arena while fans threw things at him as he left. Well, after weeks of debate, Brett Kavanaugh has been sworn in as the 9th Supreme Court Justice. The controversial vote coming as demonstrators gathered outside the Supreme Court and the Capitol. Natasha Chen has the latest from Capitol Hill.
Mr. Grassley.
In a high-stakes Saturday vote, the Senate confirmed Brett Kavanaugh to the Supreme Court.
On this vote, the ayes are 50, the nays are 48.
The voting was interrupted at times by multiple protesters. Hours later, Kavanaugh was sworn in as an Associate Justice of the Supreme Court. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell touted a victory in a fiery confirmation battle fueled by allegations of sexual assault from Christine Blasey Ford, accusations Kavanaugh denies.
It's a good day for America and an important day for the Senate.
President Trump applauded the vote in Topeka, Kansas for a Saturday night rally.
Just a few hours ago, the U.S. Senate confirmed Judge Brett Kavanaugh to the United States Supreme Court.
After a bruising battle, some lawmakers shared concerns about the message the confirmation sends to sexual assault victims.
This body has had a test, and we are failing that test.
Hundreds of demonstrators for and against Kavanaugh made their voices heard in the nation's capital. One of the largest crowds gathered in front of the steps of the Supreme Court as Kavanaugh was sworn in.
Yeah, a lot of emotion on both sides, and the reaction to Kavanaugh's confirmation also strong right here at home. Yesterday, dozens in the Valley gathered to protest. The demonstrators criticized the GOP for, quote, rushing Kavanaugh's confirmation, and Senator Dean Heller for, quote, dismissing Dr. Blasey Ford's allegations. One of the speakers, Sully Park, is a survivor of sexual assault.
As a woman in this country, I don't feel safe. I don't feel like I could get justice for my sexual assault if I wanted to.
Their promise they may not be heard now, but come November, their votes will speak for itself. And Nevada Senators Dean Heller and Catherine Cortez Masto issuing two very different statements after Kavanaugh's confirmation. Senator Heller says, quote, his legal career combined with his educational credentials make him an exceptionally qualified nominee, and that's why I voted to confirm Judge Brett Kavanaugh. But Senator Catherine Cortez Masto says, quote, I have no confidence that Judge Brett Kavanaugh will approach cases with the impartiality and the restraint required of a Supreme Court justice. And don't forget, Uber and Lyft will help you find your polling place on Election Day. You'll still have to pay, but it's a viable option for those without vehicles. Estimates show roughly 15 million people didn't vote in the 2016 election because they didn't have transportation. Both companies hoping this will get more people out to vote. So important. Well, a driver is lucky to be alive this morning. Take a look at these photos posted by Las Vegas Metro's traffic unit on Facebook. Police say they suspect that driver was impaired and walked away with only minor injuries after they failed to see a stopped tractor trailer. This all happened near Tropicana and Rainbow. A popular festival canceled due to the weather. The Rise Lantern Festival is an event where thousands of people release lit lanterns into the night sky near Jean. Organizers said in a statement posted to their Facebook page that lightning and stormy weather in the area forced them to cancel last night's launch. Many attendees took to social media expressing their anger over that cancellation, even claiming that they will not get a refund. Now, the Rise Festival sent 13 Action News a statement addressing those concerns, saying, quote, only those who purchased inclement weather insurance will be entitled to a refund. Buyers had the option to purchase this insurance when they were purchasing tickets at checkout. We will be processing refunds in the coming weeks. Well, the 25th annual honorarium held last night, all for a good cause. It benefits the Gay and Lesbian Community Center of Southern Nevada. 13 Action News reporter Austin Carter was there.
Inside Red Rock Hotel and Casino Saturday, the center, Nevada's largest LGBTQ organization, honoring those who pave the way and give back to those right here in Las Vegas.
Our goal here is to make sure that our doors stay open and that we'll always be that welcoming home for the LGBT community.
The night kicked off with this silent auction benefiting the center. Then over 500 attendees gathered inside the Summerlin Ballroom for food, drinks, and a ceremony, recognizing those making strides in the local LGBTQ community. Those including Jake Ralston receiving the Visibility Award, taking the stage to say it's okay to be who you are.
It's all about pride. You have to be proud of who you are. You have to be proud of where you come from, the community that you're a part of.
Others honored, including Dan Reynolds of Imagine Dragons, accepting the Allies of the Year award on behalf of the band. And moving forward, the center hopes they can do what they have done for decades, continuing to serve as a beacon of light to the community.
I want them to walk away with a sense of being proud that the center is here, a sense of accomplishment that they've been a part of something bigger, and a sense of family that they're with us moving forward.
And the honorarium is the center's largest fundraiser that happens throughout the entire year. Austin Carter, 13 Action News.
Well, go Knights go. The Golden Knights taking down the Minnesota Wild in overtime. The final score there 2-1. And some exciting news for many fans here in the Valley. AT&T Sportsnet is now available on Dish in Las Vegas. That means Dish users can now watch all the regular season Golden Knights games, pregame and postgame, and other programming. Well, good morning, everyone. Coming up, a pint-sized spin-off that's sure to make a big splash. We've got a preview of Dancing with the Stars Juniors and the kids taking the stage.
The potential for some sprinkles out there on this Sunday morning. Take a look as we advance Futurecast toward and past noon. A couple of isolated showers will be possible. The east side of the valley a little more favorable than the west side. We'll talk about how long this chilly air and these cold north winds are going to remain in place coming up with the 7-day plan.
Welcome back. It's the pint-sized spin-off of ABC's hit ballroom show. Dancing with the Stars Juniors premieres tonight, pairing the blossoming talents of 12 celebrity kids with pro junior ballroom dancers. ABC's Natalie Brunell is in Hollywood with a preview.
It's a fresh take on the primetime dance sensation. It's the strangest feeling. Dancing with the Stars Juniors lights up the ballroom with 12 celebrity kids and their adorable young dance pros.
I was like, whoa, this is a lot of choreography. You did great, Jason.
The pint-sized pairs looking to the veterans as mentors.
They've been coming to our rehearsals, and they've been...
Lindsay Arnold's little sister is among the junior pros.
Why do you think it's going to be a great addition having juniors performing this year?
Oh, I think that I'm shocked that it's taken this long to do it. I mean, kids are literally the best. 1, 2, 3.
I loved having my sister as a mentor because she just helped us through everything.
And they have such a good chemistry.
Yeah.
She and the other tiny dancers are giving the mentors a run for their money.
The pros are like mini them. It's so amazing.
I already have my
to watch.
replacement.
Former competitors Jordan Fisher and Frankie Muniz were tapped to MC.
I think the audience is going to love just getting to know them and see them, and every week is different and seeing their progression.
And the kids will be judged by Emmy-winning choreographer Mandy Moore, last season's champion Adam Rippon, and longtime pro Val Shmerkovsky.
You know what it's like to be judged, especially by those 3 characters. Did that inform the way that you sort of critiqued the kids?
Yeah, my biggest thing was not to patronize.
These juniors showing us that larger-than-life performances can come in small packages, and teaching us all how to dream a little bigger. Natalie Brunell, ABC News, Hollywood.
You know, it's funny how he says, you know, just because they're kids, they're not going to treat them any differently. I just picture, like, you know, a Simon Cowell figure saying, you know, that was horrible.
I hope they treat them a little differently.
Hopefully.
Well, Gordon Ramsay, you know, who's the world-renowned chef who's got places here in Las Vegas, they do like a Hell's Kitchen Kids
for
edition.
Kids, and he's just as...
He tones it down.
A little bit.
He dials it back.
It's still Gordon Ramsay, though, at the end of the day.
Interesting riff on Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah, for sure. And now you said actually a little bit of showers right now.
Yeah, just stepped outside like 10, 15 minutes ago, went up to the roof. It was cloudy, it was dry, just poked my head outside again. We've got some sprinkles, so the pavement's a little wet. Petrichor, do you know what that is?
I don't know what that is.
That's the smell of rain. If you poke your nose outside, you'll be greeted by petrichor this morning. Here's a look outside. We've got a breezy Sunday. Look for winds from the north all day long. We will anticipate steady winds at about 20 miles per hour from 9 o'clock right on through the early afternoon. That's a good bit of wind. The gust on top of the steady winds could hit 30 miles per hour. Still breezy tonight, still breezy Monday, especially in the morning, and then the winds will relax a little bit as we slide into Tuesday. Here's a look outside, all that cloud cover, yielding a few sprinkles this morning. The windshield wipers, you'll have to use them once or twice. In parts of the valley, if you're off to church, off to brunch, we'll keep it in the 60s. Wow, this is really impressive. We'll keep it in the 60s from now right on through midday. Temperatures this afternoon barely getting into the low 70s, and then we'll drop back into the 60s in quick fashion this evening. So here's Futurecast, and it's got the clouds over the valley. It doesn't exactly show those sprinkles, but the idea is there. You see that green just east of the valley on the map. Watch what happens as we slide toward lunchtime and get into the afternoon. A little more organized shower activity. You know, yesterday I was saying we might have some thunderstorms. Not the case today. No thunder, no lightning, just a couple of passing showers from midday through dinner time, and then after dark things will fizzle. Tonight, we will look for the clouds to break up, so more sunshine tomorrow. Here's a look, though, at the sprinkles that are out there early on this Sunday morning. Looks a little worse than it actually is. Just a few sprinkles. It's not going to be any measurable rainfall, but extensive cloud cover. You can see all the shades of white and light gray. Those are the clouds that will stubbornly stick over our heads. I really think most of this Sunday. Here's another look outside. That overcast, all because of our closed upper level low, which will be pushing off to the east over the next couple of days. That is why we're back in some sunshine Monday into Tuesday. Pollen levels with this cool weather should be dropping off over the next couple of days. Temperatures will take a while to warm back up. Mid-70s Monday. Upper 70s Tuesday. Tom, get ready for 50s Monday morning, Tuesday morning, so grab the coat as you get ready to head off to work tomorrow. We are back toward the 80-degree mark Wednesday through next weekend.
Well, enjoy that petrichor. I learn something new every day. Thanks, Justin. Well, when Good Morning Las Vegas returns, a local author and her dog Baxter have created a new book series, The Great New Read for Your Child, that will also help other kids in the process. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Well, this guy is the star of the show right here. He's pretty excited for this next segment. A lot of us love dogs, but Jennifer Hart loves her dog Baxter so much. She has a whole book series about him. So joining me now, of course, Baxter, you already saw, and Jennifer Hart. Thank you for being with us.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
So first of all, so you're an author, you're an illustrator, and so you just decided Baxter would be the inspiration behind a whole series, right?
Yeah, so I love my dog, and I've always wanted to write and illustrate my own book series. So he was the inspiration to create the series. And we've got a book, a coloring book, and a new recipe book coming out. But when we created the series, I always say we because I feel like he's part of it. But when we created it, I wanted it to be more than just a children's book series. I wanted to find ways to give back to the community. And so I'm from Las Vegas, so I believe in the city and I love it here. So I recently was introduced to the Children's Heart Foundation. And I have a friend that has a daughter that has a congenital heart defect. And so I got to know some of the work that they do there and decided that this new recipe book would be a great way to try and give back to that group of kids and try and bring some inspiration to them as they work through this disease. For anybody that doesn't know, a congenital heart defect, it's a lifelong condition. And kids sometimes, before they can walk, even have to undergo open heart surgery. So we figured that was the perfect opportunity to bring some inspiration.
Yeah, and
so
there's obviously a lot of hospital visits for them, and
yeah,
a lot of time having to read. So I mean, so basically, right now, if you buy one of the books, a second book will be given to them, right?
Yeah. So from now until November 20th, any book that's purchased on BaxterTheDogBooks.com, a second book will be donated to the Children's Heart Foundation and the kids that are there.
Great cause for sure, and a Vegas native. Dog's a Vegas native, So and got I got a stuffed version of him too.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
Cute.
Yeah, so it's a book series about Imagination Land. So we're a big fan of creativity at Baxter the Dog Books. So hopefully people will enjoy the series and we can bring some inspiration to some kids that really need it.
Awesome. And again, it's BaxterTheDogBooks.com. Buy it through there. So thank you so much for joining us this morning. All right. Well, we will be right back after the break. Well, hundreds of hot air balloons are taking to the skies right now. Yesterday was the start of the 2018 International Balloon Fiesta in Albuquerque, New Mexico. People from 16 different countries are participating. There's also plenty of food and a beer garden for earthbound observers. The festival runs through the 14th. Well, Las Vegas is really becoming a sports town, of course, with the success of our Golden Knights and the impending arrival of the Raiders. Many experts actually predicting that we'll soon have a Super Bowl here as well. Well, that sounds like a good thing, but some local experts tell the Las Vegas Review-Journal quite the opposite. The main reason is the time of year that the Super Bowl happens. Las Vegas is already overflowing with tourists in February because many people are coming here for large conventions. Some experts say this could make the city lose out on one of the bigger shows or make room prices skyrocket the month before. Now, if we were to have a Super Bowl here, many experts predict it actually could happen as soon as 2023. Pretty cool. Well, good morning, Las Vegas. Still ahead this morning, a comedian who frequently visits Las Vegas has been arrested. What police say Cat Williams did to his driver in Portland. And for all you foodies out there, it's not too late to indulge on a great festival this weekend. We'll be right back.
Now, live from Las Vegas, this is 13 Action News. Good morning, Las Vegas.
A week after a devastating quake, Indonesia works to recover and bring peace to its people. The way your home is designed could be a fire hazard. Contact 13 investigates the mishaps of open floor plans. Plus, a new game hitting casino floors is perhaps the fastest table game around. Good morning, Las Vegas. I'm Tom George. Want to head on over to 13 First Alert meteorologist Justin Brutal. Says Dan Bronis, but you're filling in for Dan.
I should be so lucky, Tom. I'm still Justin. I just stepped outside again, and the sprinkles, the light showers, they continue around Las Vegas early this morning. You see how dark and kind of low the clouds are, and then do you see these darker, grayer areas? Those are the light rain showers coming down from this deck of overcast conditions. We've got temperatures only in the low 60s. 7 degrees colder outside right now than 24 hours ago, with the wind from the north at 10 miles per hour. It feels kind of raw out there. You'll want a jacket or a sweatshirt if you're out the door and off to church or brunch this morning. 60s will stick with us through 11 o'clock this morning. We'll look for numbers in the low 70s, but that's it for high temperatures through your Sunday afternoon. Highs today officially about 74 in Las Vegas. We'll say 74 Pahrump, maybe up to 80 in Laughlin. And these north winds in the valley will really funnel down the Colorado River Valley. There's a lake wind advisory for Lake Mead for some gusts of 35 miles per hour. Right now on 13 First Alert Desert Doppler, some sprinkles, some light showers. This looks a lot worse than it is. But what's remarkable to me, Tom, just how widespread the sprinkles and light showers are this morning. Most neighborhoods in the valley currently seeing at least a few raindrops. We'll look ahead to the afternoon, time out the better chances of heavier rainfall coming up in a moment.
Lots of petrichor for sure. All right, thanks, Justin. Well, search and rescue efforts continue in Palu, Indonesia, as the death toll exceeds 1,700 following the deadly earthquake. Officials in the country say more than 2,500 people were injured and hundreds, maybe thousands, are still missing. Footage from Indonesia shows the ongoing efforts to clear out the ruins in search for more bodies. Well, Stormy Daniels has been touring the country, performing and promoting her new book, Full Disclosure. Friday night, she was in California near Sacramento. She put on a performance at an adult venue called Gold Club Centerfolds. Daniels also did a book signing and a meet and greet.
I mean, our president is kind of going around that him and Stormy were together. I feel like it's part of being a patriotic American to be here.
Well, God bless America. No cameras were allowed inside that event. Comedian Cat Williams has been arrested in Portland on an assault charge. According to TMZ, police say Williams is accused of assaulting the driver of a town car after they got into an argument about taking Williams and his dog to a performance Friday night. Williams reportedly fled the scene but was taken into custody yesterday. Williams performs regularly right here in Las Vegas. Well, it isn't every day that you get a new game added to Nevada casinos, but that's exactly what's happening with Super Easy Aces. It premiered this week in Prim. 13 Action News reporter Brian Callahan gives us an inside look.
It's a combination of craps, roulette, and war.
Paul Harry is describing Super Easy Aces, the new card game he invented after leaving the casino business after 40 years.
As I was nearing my retirement, I was kind of considering what I was going to do, and all of a sudden, this idea sort of came to me.
That idea was for a single card game with just aces, twos, threes, and fours in a 54-card deck that includes 2 jokers. The goal is to predict which card you will be dealt, with payouts ranging from even money on the aces or 25 to 1 on jokers.
I have the 3 of diamonds, so these 2 bets are going to lose. I'm going to win 5 to 1 here, plus I win an extra even money bet because I have it in diamonds.
The game gives players an extra chance to win if they place a bet on their card matching the dealer's card.
To win these bets, we just want one of our cards to match her card.
Harry spent 3 years getting the game ready for its test at the Prim Valley Resort.
Nevada is the holy grail. It has been the leader in gaming for as long as I can remember.
Those in charge of the games at the resort say the game is part of a continued effort for casinos to find games that can draw in new players.
I'm always looking for fun, new, exciting ways of getting people to sit down at my tables.
Whoa, all right, nice.
It's easy for our dealers to learn. It was easy for me to understand.
Harry says that was his goal as he crunched the numbers to make sure Super Easy Aces was casino ready.
It's time for people to have more of a choice.
There's only going to be one table set up on the floor at the Prim Valley Resort, but they also have a version set up on their website so you can test out your strategy before putting real money on the table. Brian Callahan, 13 Action News.
Well, 22 years ago this weekend, Tiger Woods won his first PGA Tour at an event right here in Las Vegas. Well, check this out. Talk about a throwback. Clark County tweeting out these photos from the then 20-year-old's victory at TPC Summerlin. Back then, the tournament was called the Las Vegas Invitational, and now it's known as the Shriners Open. Woods, of course, now has 80 victories. He's expected to return here to Vegas this fall to play in a winner-take-all match against Phil Mickelson. Now, that's happening Thanksgiving weekend at the Shadow Creek Golf Course. Well, a California mom's instincts kicked in immediately after discovering a home intruder. Brittany Morris held that burglar at gunpoint in her garage until police arrived. According to police, the 25-year-old man who snuck into their home was there for several hours. Surveillance footage shows he got into the house just after 6 in the morning, and he wasn't spotted until about 9. It was actually Morse's 7-year-old daughter who first noticed that man.
If he would have came in the house while me and my children were awake, I don't know what he would have done, but I wasn't going to sit there and find out.
Pretty scary, and Morse shuttled her children into one room, then grabbed the gun she had bought just 2 weeks ago. She says she was surprised by what that man did and didn't take.
My purse was there. He went through my purse. He didn't take my credit cards. He didn't take the money I had in my purse. He took bananas.
Well, police showed up in 2 minutes. They say the man used the rear garage door to enter that home. Well, it's hands down the most popular trend in homes: open floor plans, wide spaces, making your home feel bigger. 13 Action News exposing the facts, though, about how fast fires can spread in these types of layouts. 13 investigative reporter Joe Bartels explains why fires are moving much faster than they used to.
It's all the rage, especially in new home construction. Open floor plans, which eliminate walls between living spaces. But the design feature coming with a potentially deadly drawback.
Fire requires, obviously, fuel and oxygen to build and grow. In a large open floor plan, typically you have more fuel and more oxygen, which allows the fire to accelerate faster.
Clark County Fire Department Battalion Chief Thomas Touchstone teaches new firefighters about fire behavior. According to Underwriters Laboratories, modern science shows fires move 7 times faster compared to 40 years ago, before open floor plans and furniture made of synthetic materials. Touchstone says homes with more walls seem to slow the spread of fire.
That wall will act as a heat shield and prevent the fire from spreading through conduction from one room to the next. But smoke is also fuel, and according to the U.S. Fire Administration, smoke actually kills more people than fire does.
According to the U.S. Fire Administration, more than 3,200 people died nationwide in fires in 2015, the most recent data year available.
We'll understand the conditions that occurred. So that's the important part here, that we have the measurements to go along with the phenomena, the resulting phenomena that we're seeing, so that we can develop some cause and effect relationships.
Underwriters Laboratories has studied so-called legacy construction versus contemporary open floor plans by setting rooms on fire. The modern room with furniture showed the room totally engulfed in flames in less than 4 minutes. Researchers conclude synthetic materials are the primary reason fires are moving faster, but note open floor plans help fires and deadly smoke to spread to other areas of the home, decreasing your time to escape from about 17 minutes in 1980 to less than 3 minutes today. The Greater Las Vegas Association of Realtors tells 13 Action News, quote, open floor plans have become increasingly popular and prevalent in new homes here in Southern Nevada and nationwide for many years. We are not aware of any complaints from local homeowners or local fire departments about such designs posing increased safety risks. Firefighters say the fire threat means smoke detectors are absolutely necessary to make sure you get out alive. Joe Bartels, 13 Action News.
Well, Freed's Bakery has now expanded to Northwest Las Vegas. Its second location is now open on North Decatur near the 215 Beltway. A grand opening celebration was held yesterday. There was a ceremonial ribbon cutting, raffle prizes, games, and of course, complimentary sweet treats. Freed's also celebrated their 59th anniversary during that grand opening bash. The Clark County School District has 45 magnet programs, so students and parents spent yesterday at a fair to learn all about them at Spring Valley High School. The district's award-winning programs offer opportunities related to various themes. They also aim to improve student achievement, diversity, and career opportunities.
You can learn about program offerings at individual schools. You can learn about entrance requirements, which happen at the high school level. You can learn about the location of the schools, transportation to and from the schools. You can learn about the application process and any additional events that we're having to promote magnet schools throughout the year.
Well, CCSD will host another magnet program event on Saturday, November 3rd. The application for magnet programs is online, and the deadline to apply is January 2019. Well, if you missed out yesterday, today's your last chance to get to the Great American Foodie Fest. It's all happening at Sunset Station Casino in Henderson. It's one of the largest food-centric festivals on the West Coast. More than 40,000 foodies attend the 4-day event. The festival includes some of the best specialty food vendors and gourmet food trucks around. And again, today is your last day. Well, straight ahead, get ready for a double scoop of Dirty Dining, the major cockroach infestation we found at a local ice cream shop.
We are looking at some light rain showers around the valley right now. As a matter of fact, from downtown Las Vegas right on down the boulevard through the Strip, we have some wet weather. We'll see how long these morning sprinkles will linger, and we'll talk about rain chances as we slide into your Sunday afternoon with the 7-day after this.
Well, today is Russian President Vladimir Putin's 66th birthday, and just in time for his big day, the new 2019 Putin calendar, yeah, that's the thing, have gone on sale in Russia. There's Putin with a pup, Putin with a cub, Putin on a horse in winter, even Putin taking the Epiphany dip in ice water. The calendars are designed to show Russians that they have a strong leader who's in control, but also that Putin is a compassionate man and a man of the people. That calendar known to sell out quickly.
Yeah, we got it, Vladimir. You're the boss. We understand. Everyone gets it.
Yeah.
I looked it up online just to satisfy everyone's partisanship. You can, for 2019, get a Donald J. Trump presidential calendar. You can also go back a year or two and get a Barack Obama calendar for 2019 if that's what you're into.
The question is, will Donald Trump get a Putin calendar?
That's a question I'm afraid to answer on TV.
I know, that's...
Matter of fact, I'd like to stick to a safe topic, and that is the weather, which is insane because it was only a week, 2 weeks ago, we were 100 degrees for the 95th time this year. Look outside with me this morning. We have on the StratCam, Tom, do you know what those things are on the lens of the camera? Yeah, those are raindrops. That's right.
Yes.
Yep, exactly. It's been a while, since we've had them. All right. Yeah, exactly. Before we had rain chances the last couple of days, it had been almost 2 months since we had wet weather here in the valley. We are talking about temperatures in the 60s this Sunday morning with a stiff north wind. It feels kind of raw out there this afternoon, low 70s for highs. This is going to be the chilliest day we've seen since May the 2nd. The clouds are extensive. You can see them here on 13 First Alert Desert Doppler. It's funny, if you've got friends out in Pahrump or you're watching us from Pahrump this morning, you're like, hey, it's sunny over here in Nye County. Different story from the Spring Mountains east through Las Vegas toward Lake Mead and throughout most of Arizona. It's a cloudy Sunday morning. We've even got some light rain showers out there, not causing any humongous problems, but enough to dampen the streets here at our Valley View DI location for the studio. And yeah, maybe with the clouds, even a couple of flurries flying up in the high peaks of the Spring Mountains around Mount Charleston. So a few off and on sprinkles and light showers this morning. Clouds more prevalent than the sunshine here in Las Vegas throughout the rest of the weekend. Into the afternoon, a hit or miss shower. It's not going to be a washout, plenty of breaks in the rain, but these stubborn clouds, I don't think they're in a rush to go anywhere anytime quickly here on this Sunday. Currently 63 in Las Vegas, 60 in Henderson, 61 North Las Vegas. The winds coming in from the north at about 20 miles per hour through the day. As we head into the afternoon, a passing shower, but we've already seen a little bit of wet weather outside this morning. 74 the high today in Las Vegas, only 76 tomorrow. It's going to be a few days until we're back near average. 79 on Tuesday. Average time would be low 80s, and we're back there Wednesday, Thursday, Friday into next weekend. One thing I want to give you a heads up about, it's going to be real chilly in the 50s on Monday morning and Tuesday morning.
All right, thanks, Justin. Well, if looking at roaches creeps you out, you might want to brace yourself for this next one. There are so many in this week's Dirty Dining that health inspectors called the infestation excessive. Darcy Spears reports it's at a place you'd probably take your kids.
The anticipation of a sweet treat stands in stark contrast to these images captured by health inspectors at Scoops on September 17th.
Yeah, we're here because you guys are on Dirty Dining this week for when the health district shut you down for a cockroach infestation, and we just need to speak to the person in charge and get your side of that story.
She tells us she needs to call her boss.
She's here to do a segment for Dirty Dining, and she needs to speak to you.
The health district visited this thrifty ice cream parlor on Boulder Highway in Nellis after a customer complained about several roaches crawling around. Inspectors found way more than several.
A colony of German roaches that bombarded the whole building. Are you saying it was more than just this store?
Scoops had just gotten a zero demerit A grade a month earlier on August 17th. The owner blamed the infestation on a neighbor's construction.
The restaurant next door had a kitchen remodel. Okay.
But here at Scoops, inspectors found multi-generational roaches under the ice cream freezers, crawling on the walls, inside cabinets, and under the counter ledge near the cash register. There were cockroach droppings on walls and excessive dead roaches on floors throughout the facility, which the owner says shows their pest control was working.
As long as they were dead, it was better than alive.
She said they'd had pest control service 3 days earlier, but had to do more to deal with the type of roaches inspectors found.
There's a special chemical that German roaches are susceptible to.
In addition to pest control, Scoops had a lot of cleaning to do. Sides of freezers, walls, and cabinet interiors were dirty with dried ice cream residue, and base coving was in severe disrepair, providing a nesting spot for the roaches.
48 solid hours of work to make sure that you got every little hole.
Scoops was back to a 0 demerit A on September 20th. We had 2 other imminent health hazard closures on September 18th. Both were shut down for operating without potable water, and both are on Maryland Parkway near Twain. One was Little Caesars Pizza, which reopened the next day with a 0 demerit A. The manager there said they had no comment about the closure. The other place was Dirty Dining repeat offender Sol Tapatio, where inspectors also saw a food handler using bare hands to put cheese on ready-to-eat burritos and raw beef thawing at room temperature.
Sol Tapatio also reopened the next day with a 0 demerit A. We left a message there, but our call for comment was not returned. Darcy Spears, 13 Action News.
All right, thanks, Darcy. Well, we'll be right back with a final check of your First Alert forecast. You're watching 13 Action News, where you get breaking news fast and first. Stay with us.
Sunday morning, another check of your weather. I don't know if you've looked outside. It's cloudy and it's even a bit damp. We've got some sprinkles, some light showers crossing through many parts of the valley.
That green thing
right
on the
now.
radar. What is that?
I know, the green on the radar. Yeah, that's a little bit of moisture out there. The streets are wet. Our parking lot is wet here at the station. It's only 63 degrees. It's windy. Yeah, what a raw Sunday. 74 the high today. Back in the mid-70s tomorrow. Still breezy tomorrow, but Tom, I think we'll enjoy the sunshine on Monday before we warm back up to 80 by the middle of the week.
All right. Well, thank you for making Good Morning Las Vegas a part of your day. Remember, we're always on at ktmv.com, our mobile app, or Roku channel. Have a great day, everyone.